Hey, what up everyone, and welcome to another video by Simovations. I'm Simovations. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, welcome, please subscribe. If you missed last week's video, you can click the clickable I button above. So, today we are going to be diving into some kitchen makeovers. Now, we're going to be basically doing a bit of changing as little as we can, whilst doing a huge upgrade to the kitchen. So, let's get into it. Here we are in the wonderful town of Willow Creek, and we're going to be starting off with the Pancakes Household. So we're going to be working on 3 kitchens today, and that is we're going to be starting here at the Pancakes Household, and as you can see, they have this very, dated kitchen. What I like about their kitchen is the flooring. I do like the black and white checkered diagonal flooring, but we're going to be changing it, and we're going to actually be doing the same kind of thing, but with an upgraded modern twist. So we're going to be going with these diagonal half and half tiles and actually making these geometric patterns on the flooring. Kind of similar to the flooring tiles that you get from the Decor to the Max kit, as you can see there. But those ones I would have gone with, but they all go one direction. All of them go one direction. Whereas the look I'm going for is very much it's very different, but it's planned. So if you can see, this is kind of the route we're going with. So it's not my favorite thing to do because of the fact that it does take quite a bit of time to actually build these flooring. But once it's done, it looks sick, and it's worth it in the end. So that's kind of one thing I love doing because of the fact that it's very much a worthwhile task in the end. So then, as you can see, so with this kitchen, we are going to be changing the walls. We're going to be taking out those moldings on the walls and actually putting in a plain paint on the walls. I'm going to change and taking that bin out because of the fact that I want to put in a more modern bin in. So here we've got this sleek metal bin, just plain there. Then we changed the counters by painting them. That's pretty much all we did. Just painting the bases black, leaving the top wall cupboards white. But later I will be going in and adding more because of the fact that we do need more, and the space above them is just empty. It needs something. Then I've changed the windows to white. Now in Sims 4, what I don't like is the fact that if you change the window you wanted white, outside changes too. That's my only issue. Sims 3, you could actually change the inside and the outside separately. You can make them different, which is something I really liked. Sims 4, not so much, but we kind of have learned to deal with it. So here I added a wallpaper. It's a brick wall here. Now, if you were doing this, you just put a wallpaper up and it changes the space completely. Then I wanted to add in a chalkboard because of the fact that that's something that they could put all their notes on. They could write down a shopping list. They could write down what they were having for dinner. Then I wanted to add something here, and I decided I'm going to actually use one of these countertop shelves that I've got. These are from Ravishing. Now, if I can find the link, I will link it down below. But these I really like using because they actually don't take up too much space, and your Sims can still sit at these counters and eat and do whatever they need to do, which I really like. Then I added a plant, and this kitchen is actually shaping up, and then I was like, okay, well, that side is actually quite done. I'm going to add some curtains over some blinds over the windows. So I added these little black blinds. Now, it's always good to have some privacy in your kitchen. And with that, I was like, well, now I definitely need to actually add in these cupboards above here, because of the fact that it doesn't make sense when your space is literally, you've got this blank space above. Unless you're actually going to put stuff there, it doesn't make sense to have it open. And you can never have too much storage. Then I just changed the light to a super subtle saucer light. And that is it. Literally, that's it. So, not too much change, but quite a big change in the space. Here we are in the Goth House. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, what is he going to do? Is he going to make this quite dark and black? No. I'm actually going to still stick with the black and white theme that we're working with and actually change this to the black and white look. So I gave them white walls, which I'm actually now that I've done this and it's been done, I'm actually kind of thinking to myself, I should have done maybe a grey or something. But yeah, it's a bit late now. Then, as you can see, I put these blinds in here as well, but I heightened them a bit. So the fact that the windows look bigger, because these windows are actually quite stupid here, because of the fact that they literally don't go all the way up. there's like a good amount of space above them, which is stupid. Then I was thinking to myself, let me maybe utilize this wallpaper from Decor to the Max, and because it feels like something that they would do, but literally I was like, no, let's actually not, because that doesn't work for me in this space. Then I was like, this actually does work, but it doesn't work in terms of what the idea that I've got in my head. So I was like, well, okay, let's leave the walls for now. Then I moved to flooring, and I was like, yes, well, I'm going to do a statement flooring in here as well. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is upgrading kitchens here with statement flooring. And this one I really like because of the fact that it actually adds so much dimension to a room. Then I was like, okay, well, let me do a subway tiles on this wall. Now, the one that comes with the base game, it only has 3 swatches, and I'm not I like using it, but I actually prefer this one. That's a base game one, and like if I can find it, I will link it below. But this one has more swatches, and I actually prefer using this one because it actually adds so much to the space. Then, once again, we painted the top cupboards white and the base cupboards black, just to add to that dimension of the space because of the fact that it actually adds quite a lot in the space. So, as you can see, we did the base cupboards black, the top cupboards white. The tall cupboards kind of have to be black, but then we're going to add more cupboards above, which will be white. And we're only going to do 1 layer because of the fact that once you get to the top cupboards, you literally basically lose the space of it because of the fact that it's just too tall. It's just too high up. But that's kind of what we were working with. And yeah, so then one thing I wanted to do in here was I did change the stove because of the fact that I wanted to upgrade the stove. And I wanted to upgrade the space. But looking back at it now, I kind of realized the fridge was sitting right there, and I didn't actually even think to change that, even though it was exactly like the stove. I didn't even think to change it. But now I'm thinking about it, and I should have changed it. Then I put in this table. Now, they had this small little table, and they did have 2 chairs at the table and 1 chair that was just slightly away from the table, which I'm thinking to myself, what is the point of that? You're a family of 4, and you have a table for 2 in the kitchen. That doesn't make sense. So I was like, we need a table for 4 people in this kitchen for like a breakfast nook kind of moment. And then we put in a pendant light moment above the table because it just adds to the space. And then we put in a round rug underneath that was either grey or black because I was trying to figure it out at the time. But I chose the grey because it actually just added another depth into the space. Then I was like, okay, well, let's put in the bin. We needed a bin because that's something I often forget in builds. I always forget to put a bin, and then I'm like, we need a bin. Then I was like, we need something else in here. Let's bring some color in, and I was like, well, let's put a plant. Now, I don't actually really know the workaround of this plant because of the fact that it's quite high up, and I think it might just be fake. It might be a faux plant. That's what we're going to work with. And that's it. That's literally all we did in this. I mean, didn't change too much, and that's it. Big change. Okay, lastly, we are here in the Bff household, also in Willow Creek. And as you can see, this is the first communal kitchen we're actually doing because there's 3 best friends living in this house. We kind of need to make the space fit all 3 of them. So it was like, okay, well, we're going to stick to the black and white theme that we're working with because of the fact that that's kind of working so far. And it's also good enough for 3 people with different interests to live in. So then I added the white subway tiles, which I like because with the black gratting here. And I changed the windows because of the fact that this is the windows that drive me nuts in this house so much that there was one open space on that wall that didn't have a window on it. And it was like, what's the point of it? So I added these floor-to-ceiling windows in. Now that is a bit of a big change, but in that space, it just needed it. And then, as you can see, then I went and changed the flooring. Now with this flooring, I actually chose the Decor to the Max flooring, which is a very much another statement flooring piece, but it actually adds to the space so much, especially when we're going with the black and white theme. So now this is the first kitchen we're actually doing where all the cupboards are black. We're not doing black on bottom, white on top. We're just doing black cabinet space, and we're adding more cupboards on top, not just because it needed to fill the space, but because in this household with 3 different people living here, you need a lot of space, especially when you all got your own different things. Then I wanted to change the bar. I was hoping to change it to the same as the counters, but unfortunately they don't have that swatch, the black swatch. So I just took out the bar and actually did the countertops. Now, let's just say we didn't actually take out the bar. The bar's just, we just painted it so it's the same color as everything else. That's all we did. Then I added in these white stools. Now, looking back, I actually should have done a different color because of the fact that we needed some color in here. But yeah, I have gotten new stuff since, which I'm actually hoping to maybe either go back or do other kitchens with it. Then I added the table here, and I added a little bit of a plant on top, and then I was like, okay, well, this is it. I didn't actually add any blinds on that window now that I'm thinking about it, which I should have, but I didn't. Then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, well, we need to add some pendant lights above the island. So I put these lights because I really like how these lights look, especially there. But the issue is they're just a bit too long. So I added in the shorter version, which is a bit too short, but it's long enough. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, subscribe for more awesome content like this, and please feel free to drop comments down below on things you would like to see me do, like any videos you'd like to see me do. Drop a comment and I will do those videos for you guys. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next week. Okay, cool, bye.